Hello, everybody. Love, light, positivity, as always. So, my previous video in relationship to collaboration, right? Not forgetting that, but I mentioned visions, and I was mentioning what I would term dark visions. I also touched on my nightmares, uh, but I wanted to just come back and go. Actually, I haven't just had bad visions. I've actually had good visions. I've had visions of solidarity. I've had visions of people together. I've had multicolored, freaking kaleidoscopic experiences. Um, a lot of my visions have been drug induced. There's no two ways about it. I'm not going to sit behind a facade of straight face. Um, some of my visions have possibly come about more organically, I guess. I mean, I get myself sidetracked on what's organic and what's not. I mean, as in, I have imagined something totally not under the influence of anything. For me, I seem to be better at having visions when I'm under the influence. I'm not going to deny that. Um, yeah. So now what is it I want to talk about? That was it, pretty much. At some stage, yeah, I want to get back to talking about visions, experiences. Trouble is coming live. What I need to do is to put my visions down on paper, all the stuff I've had to try and go into some detail. Because the issue is, if I go to my little folder and go, visions, please, my brain goes, well, which ones do you want? And it's like, well, then I try and make an inquiry, good ones. And it's like, oh, no, I'll tell you what, have this one instead. So, and it's like, yeah, but that one was what I term a nightmare. And it's like, you be more specific then. Don't you want nightmares? I'm like, no, 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 no. What I want is more like trips. And it's like, well, that's nightmares then. It's like, okay, I get what you're getting at, right? So then I'm left not being able to explain things, dreams, for want of a better term, good vibes, good experiences. And the thing is in all honesty, and to be fair to my Gulliver, my brain, I, for a couple of decades now, unless I am medicating, for want of a better term, every REM cycle is nightmare world. Okay. Please don't be scared. Please don't adjust your sets. I'm happy as I can be with every once in a while not being or waking up wanting to scream and not being able to move. I've kind of got used to that. It's a comfortable kind of like, oh shit, yeah. Nightmares is normally where I become lucid within my nightmare. So at least I have some degree of control in amongst abject fear. Um, there's so many things which I could go to. One of the issues with my nightmares is it usually incorporates people or people that I actually know in real life. So that doesn't mean it happened within real life. I mean, what the hell is real life? What is this express notion of I'm awake, so therefore it's real, or I'm asleep and it's not real? Obviously, I do distinguish between my REM cycles and my awake cycles, my sleep cycles and my awake cycles. Absolutely. I probably should have titled this video "My Dreams and My Nightmares" and just general babble. So I don't know if I was out there as somebody watching this, I might be interested. Well, what are your nightmares? Well, a lot of my nightmares tend to focus around things in life which, for whatever reason, I have placed importance on. So, and it's usually the destruction of that thing which I have placed importance on. One of the reoccurring things, so this goes out to anybody who, and we all have, who's lost loved ones, is often those loved ones will come to me as a complete stranger. And I always find those dreams, I say, the most disconcerting, because obviously I've got the recognition of, well, that's my mum. Please don't pity, right? But this person in my dream doesn't know me, doesn't interact with me, and I find that most bizarre. That's kind of like a relatively consistent theme. There's been ultimately there's a lot of me. It's not so much. It's weird because I guess I used to be caught in cycles of running away from what I perceived as danger within my dreams. But these days, I'm just as likely to go and walk into that area and be like, okay, I was expecting a little bit more drama. I was expecting to be knifed again. And it doesn't happen. So it's a weird one for me when it comes to the lucid dreams or nightmares. I don't even know whether to term them as nightmares. It's just they're not pleasant dreams. In fact, I can't really remember I don't know. Do we remember our pleasant dreams? But I think, for example, last night. I mean, at least now. I used to basically carry a dream or a nightmare through a day with me. So it was always like I wasn't there because I was literally like observing what the fuck just traumatized me last night. Right. And this probably is why you really shouldn't self-medicate. But once you started, you probably should self-medicate. It's not an ideal solution, let's put it that way. But each to their own. So yeah, last night's fucking weird because I'm getting snippets of it. I'm not really telling you anything. I know there was like a relatively familiar, shall we say, council estate with a lot of graffiti. And the people who were associated with it, not necessarily there, were cool, but not necessarily the people you wanted to run into unless you were also cool or within that clique. And yeah, I decide I'm going to walk into this. And then it was almost like, to my surprise, it's chagrin. Anyway, it was almost like, to my surprise, that actually nobody was coming out and attacking me. Everything was fine, as it always is. Yeah, that really doesn't explain. I mean, I think the thing is when it comes to my dreams, so as in when I'm asleep, as opposed to the dreams I choose to have. Oh, I don't know. It's all brain stuff. It's all Gulliver's. There's lots of things, I guess, because I live by the sea, but I actually talk about it. There's a lot of sea-orientated fun fairs. Sounds good until you're there. A lot of it as well is it's like I'll be basically on the English Riviera, but it's a completely different landscape. And again, I'm going through it as a nightmare. Now, touch wood, other than a couple of occasions, whenever I've been to Torquay, Torbay, I've had good experiences. Yeah, pretty much. I'm certainly alive to tell the tale. But for some reason, my brain, my subconscious or my unconscious mind goes, oh, have this dreamscape. And it's like, why? Why? I come out of it and I'm like, okay, well, that happened or didn't happen. And it is odd because wanting to come on, and this is why next time I'm going through a much more capable moment, I must also think to myself, quickly, get a pen and paper or get to your keyboard and write down all of the things you're thinking or all of the things you're seeing. Rather than me babbling on about little tidbits of dreams, etc. I'm saying this stuff to you and I'm literally recounting it in my head, but what I'm putting out is literally me talking around the outskirts, basic ideas, concepts, mazes, etc., etc., etc. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna have to do. So we will put this up. It will stay there, but I'm hoping that better content will come following this. Take care out there, people. Love, light, positivity. See you on the flip side.